Hmm. Good evening. Welcome, everybody. Monday night with Massetti and friends. Uncle Kev sliding in there. So,
hey, guys.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us, for watching tonight. Don't forget to let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We are one man down tonight. James is on a road trip on his way home from Dallas, so we'll be keeping him in our thoughts and prayers that he stays safe on his journey home. We have gotten 2 proof of life emails, so we know he's doing okay. So
good.
So anyways, hope everybody had a great weekend. I know 3 of us did a little bit of driving and a little bit of truck and tractor pulling, and that was kind of fun. To all the moms out there, hope everybody had a wonderful Mother's Day. Last week we were lucky to have our mom and Grammy on, and I had these pictures loaded and I forgot to use them, so I'm going to throw this one up now. This is just an old family photo from back in the day. Ed was obviously pretty young there.
Yeah, I'm going to guess 1984.
Could be.
Yeah, it looks about right.
Yeah, and then, I mean, obviously we've been doing this our whole lives. We also, this one, I want to say this was down in Anaheim, but Steve and I were dressed alike quite often, sporting the same socks and whatnot.
Sweet socks, dude.
We were rocking those socks, though, for real.
Yeah, we were. So we lucky that our mom has always been there supporting us and Dad doing this. So anyways, I forgot to put these up last week, but in honor of yesterday being Mother's Day, I want to give a little shout out to our mom again and happy Mother's Day.
I got to be honest, I don't love the placement of like the upper part of that S on that one.
Well, you know that Massetti pulling frame thing? This one's mine, so nobody gave a shit about you, Steve. It's all about me.
That makes sense.
So,
that makes more sense. Thank you.
Yeah. So anyways, it's nothing personal. It's just, it's life sometimes.
Yeah,
yours probably has like the dot of the I in my head or something. So.
Yeah, to clarify those pictures, they're in S's, like Massetti. Like
Massetti pulling is what it's.
Why you were cut off, Steve. Sorry about that.
No, I'm aware. I'm just saying I don't love it.
Yeah. Anyways, I apologize
for the viewers, so they
know.
The rest of us, we'll get over it. So, quick little recap. Saturday night, we were in Dixon with the Max Cackle Power Sports crew. You guys want to talk about any of your passes, or we just forget about it?
Sure. Yeah, we got our asses kicked this weekend.
Yeah, we did. 3 out of 3.
Ooh, we got rocked, dude.
Yeah.
But like you said on that Facebook poster, we looked good getting there and coming home.
We damn sure did. Didn't
look too hot while we were there.
Well, the tractor had an okay pass, didn't really take off, but both of the pickups ran great. You had good passes, Trev. It's just other people had better ones.
Yeah. Yeah, the Fever ran real good. It was.
I didn't realize. I saw they posted the results, but Yellow Fever got 5th, which I thought it was further down than that. But
no, you had a top 5. It was good competition, good stacked in. You were within a couple, 0.3 of a foot of Long Shot Bob, I think. Everybody was stacked in pretty good until Spike comes out and starts flexing and put 10 feet on his own son. But so they did take 1st and 2nd, Spike and Garrett, which is pretty cool. Old Rags is just tough to beat. Of course, Steve Milanese, he went out there in both tractors and well, he made our tractor look silly.
I looked there. He beat me by 70 feet. I mean, that's
my God.
Why'd we even go?
Yeah. I mean, all we can do is get closer, Kev.
Why'd we unload it? No, we're going the wrong way.
We're going to get closer from here on out, okay? But
how'd Smokey do?
I
had a hell of a pass. We got beat.
Again, good pass. Great pass.
In the truck, I was the first one to go. So in the truck, I was hollering, and I was like, "Hell yeah, that was a great pass!" I was hanging on.
You thought that was a winner?
Oh yeah, I thought it was great. And then I watched the next guy go, and he put 12 feet on me, and I was like, man, I don't know what I did wrong.
I want to give
I
a
thought it
shout
was a
out to
good pass,
Dustin
too.
Smith. Dustin Smith was driving the Panda truck, never driven it before.
No, he drove
And
it.
just, oh, did he?
Yeah. I think
Okay, he hasn't driven it very much.
No, yeah.
And then Ross Mulrooney in his first official pass in the Liquidator truck went out and beat us too. But that's okay, you know. It's good. But also Jeremy Correa in the 8,000-pound modified tractors, he went out and won that class.
Yeah.
I mentioned Steve Spike won the Pro Mods, and Dean Anrig in the work stock. He pretty much dominated our events last year in work stock, and he's up to a good start already this year. So, anyways, I think it was a great event. I've seen Ripping Warrior, Christopher Hammond. He has posted some pictures. He was there on the track, and also Cassie LaRue, who's we've kind of taken on as our, I want to say, official photographer. She does a great job for us. I talked to her a little bit, so I know she was there. So check them both out on Facebook. And also Instagram, I'm pretty sure, but they definitely have some awesome pictures. So we appreciate them being there, and if we can support them as pullers, that'll help them be able to keep going. So, anyways, I think it was a great event. But now tonight, we are honored to have Matthew and Austin Terra join us. So I'm going to bring them on. Gentlemen, welcome.
Good evening.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, thanks for being here. I know I've talked to Matthew a few times about this, and with your schedule, it's just kind of hasn't worked out, but this worked out great because Austin's able to join us too. So if you don't mind, why don't you guys introduce yourselves and maybe tell us where you are, where you're from, and we'll go from there.
You can go first.
Oh, thank you. All right. Matthew Terra, and live here in Escalon. Been here since about 2000, and married into the community. Work for Eckert Cold Storage. We do processing bell peppers. So we have a lot of growers up and down the state. So I get around and started in the antiques, and got a itch. I think in 2021 we had a really good, or 2020, one of those years, we had a really good cherry year. And I'm like, well, this is the time to do it. So we bought a Econo Modified and got the tractor pulling there. Do a little teaching on the side. I do adjunct teaching. I do plant science at Modesto Junior College, and yeah, just have a lot of fun. And FFA, coach some FFA judging teams as well too. So always doing something.
You stay busy.
Yeah, Mrs. Terra doesn't see me much. Maybe I don't know if that's good or not.
My name is Austin Terra. Right now I'm currently studying animal science over at Oklahoma State University. I went to MJC before this for 2.5 years. Was an intern there out at the ag program, working on the West Tech unit, doing a whole bunch of stuff, all the units, and then getting involved. Yeah, just really excited to be home. I got home 2 days ago from Stillwater, Oklahoma. We currently don't have a working tractor right now out of how many in our shop, but I'm excited to see what the future entails for the projects that we have. So very excited.
So you're home for
Awesome.
the summer now, Austin?
Yep. So got home 2 days ago, and then today I started my chemistry class over at MJC to transfer back to OSU. So I got a nice little 2-day summer vacation.
Attaboy. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Good deal.
So we hope to have one going here pretty quick. Austin said we don't have anything going right now, but yeah, we got one we're performing surgery on right now, and then the other one's being built.
Is that this one?
That's the one. Yep. So great tractor. It's got a 496 cubic inch Chevy in there. So one of the classes we pull in, it's a 500 cubic inch or less, and it's got a Massey Harris 44 rear end. It's got a turbo 400 tranny and transmission on it, and just a lot of fun. We've had a blast with that tractor and learned a lot. There it is there at the Cal Poly pull a couple of years ago with the Massetti sled. Just I think was that you that day, Paul?
I don't believe so. I haven't pulled a Cal Poly yet because it's always time frame.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So there we go. There's Austin there. That was his very first pull in Eureka, and we went on a 3-day tour. We went to, I think, Yuba City, and then Willits, then Eureka, and I told Austin, I says, hey, are you pulling tonight? And he's like, what? And I said, no, this is a great place to pull. I says, if you mess up, I says, no one's going to know who you are when we load it back on the trailer and go home. So, he had a great pull. He had a nice pull that night. So it was good.
He did.
Not a
I
bad
remember that.
Yep.
That was a fun weekend or half a week there. Appreciate you guys making that trip with us.
We enjoyed that. We hope to have more in the future, and I know there's talk of some further out pulls in the future, and yeah, we're looking forward to those, to be honest with you. Out of state, whatever we can do. We're excited to start traveling.
Good deal. Yeah. A couple of these guys I recognize. These are did Brad, and I forget the other feller's name, but
Jack.
Did they all grow up in Escalon too, or no?
Oh yeah, I've known. They were all originally from Escalon. Jack and Brad, I remember playing t-ball, starting out with Brad over in Modesto, and that's how I met him. And then Jack Fitzgerald through sports in the community, in the Escalon community, probably in elementary school as well. So I grew up with those two boys, and they went to MJC, or no, they went to Cal Poly, and I went to MJC.
Yeah, we've gotten to know them pretty well. And Brad was just there this weekend, helping us out in Dixon.
Oh, cool. I think Brad's got an itch to get back into it, so we look forward to doing that. I think the Cal Poly program, with Trevor, you're there, and a lot of students there. I think that's just a great, place to start and get people's interest. And yeah, Brad's thinking about getting something, so we'll see. We'll see what he finds.
Nice. Well, Matthew, we won't hold this against you that you've known John Boer for 30 years.
Oh, yes. But anyway, go ahead. Yes.
So, I wanted to ask about, was the tractor yours at this point or no?
No, Gordon Lucas from Modesto is the person who built the tractor, and
okay,
that's what it looked like. He ran it without a roll cage for a long time, and then as the safety rules got safer, he built that, and it was a pretty colorful tractor. But boy, that tractor was hard to beat. Still is. And
it's definitely a good running tractor.
We've hardly done anything to that engine. We change oil, we adjust the valves, and just take care of it. And the Massey Harris transmission, that's the most challenging part of that one there. It's just has a hard time keeping up with the horsepower that we're sending through it. So,
you said change the oil and check the valves. 2 weeks ago, we had the Leinfelder brothers on here, and I just talked to them Saturday in Dixon again. I still can't believe they've changed the oil in that tractor a few times in the last 15 years that they've been pulling it.
Something like that. And that's it though. That's all they've done.
Yeah.
They one thing that he said they forgot to talk about is when they do they clean the inside of the engine. They take dish soap, just pour some in the intake, and they put a garden hose in it. They literally wash the inside of the engine out. That's what they do.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
We definitely should have done our research better. But
yeah. Well,
anyways, so
it's good thing we had the right guy in charge of research.
Yeah, for sure. So you guys have been pulling with the tearing it up and doing great, and then you had a different idea, and you bought this, right?
Yeah. So a year and a half ago?
I want to say that winter.
Yeah. So we got an itch, and we're like, you know what? We enjoy going to the Massetti pools, and we like that 6,000 pound class. And Austin and I talked about it, and we're like, you know what? My dad too. There's 3 generations that are involved with this. My dad, Joe, and then Austin and myself. And we said, you know what? We want to step it up to the next notch. So yeah, we acquired Green Extreme or Extreme Green, excuse me. And Extreme Green has a lot of history here in California, and we got it from Mr. Jim McManus there in Modesto. And so we had a lot of ideas and everything, and it had a Chevy 540 with a 1071 blower on it, and it's pretty cool tractor, really cool tractor, and it's very historic here in California.
Doesn't it?
It's for sale, right?
This one is the way you see it. Yeah. The engine was taken out, and we have that that tractor is for sale, sitting in our shop. It's been locked up ever since the day it came. And yeah, it was built in the late 70s by Bud Faria in Turlock. And a lot of people in the area knew Bud. I think he drove truck for Dan Coelho back in the day. And him and John, I forgot John's name out of Kerman, but anyway, Folio, thank you. And so they were able to. Bud built it. John drove it. That tractor's been in Indiana. It's pulled in Indiana back east, and they trailed it all the way back there. And you can find it on YouTube back in 1985. But it's been a pretty cool tractor. There's 4 built by Bud back in the day. So there's a couple around here. So
there's Ron Fantasia's tractor.
Yep, Ron Fantasia with the Fantasizer, well-built tractor. I think it's in Turlock right now, and that was number 4. That was the last one. So a lot of cool improvements after the first few that are on that tractor.
And this is Dale Filkin Skunk Works, still out running.
Yep, that was number 3.
You know, this one, if you look at Dale's left hand, I think it's his left hand. That's how he's steering the tractor.
Yeah, there's no steering
yoke.
In this era of this tractor, he did not have a steering wheel. He had a little dial. That's how he steered the tractor. I think.
Holy crap!
I don't know. There was rules or something, but they made him put somebody got upset. Anyway, he has a steering wheel now, and also a whole different setup with his turbos and whatnot. But Dale is a very, very interesting guy and super smart. So someday I hope to get him on here. But and then this is another one, right?
The Farmer's Nightmare, number 2, and I heard that one's in the process. I know it's in the process of coming back. So
this was the Alvarez family, correct?
I think so. Yeah, I can't remember the gentleman came and saw me, and we talked about Green Extreme, and he was part of the family, and yeah. But that one there is starting to come back together.
I could have his name wrong, but I think it was Derek Alvarez who called me a couple weeks ago that has this tractor, and they're going to bring it back as a twin engine. I think. So, anyways, that's kind of cool. So the Extreme Green is for sale. Anybody interested, reach out to any of us, and we can put you in touch with Matthew. I'm sure he'll make a hell of a deal on it. So
better call Brad.
Yeah, that's right. Brad's listening tonight. Might be on sale. You live in
There you
Escalon.
go.
Heck of a deal.
No, it's for sale, not on sale.
It's not on sale.
So
You're right.
Okay, so now we're going to sell that one, but we're not done yet because now we have this to work on.
That's the latest and greatest sitting in the shop. So, yep, that one is coming alive. Some of you may have seen it years ago. Preston Condi, who's also here from Escalon, lives in Escalon. You can see there it was called Go Time. Great engine. He had a 557 Hemi on there and did a great job. And COVID hit, kind of slowed things down a little bit. And Preston decided to put it for sale. He sold the engine first, and then the frame was for sale. And boy, we started thinking about, wow, when we started building this engine, we're like, we're going to put a 1471. We're going to do it right. You know, it's going to take us some time to build it, but we're going to build it right. And I started getting nervous, going, oh man, we're going to build such a strong engine. We may have trouble with the green one. So we knew that one was in the area, and we talked about it as a family and said, you know what, we break that green one, we're going to wish we would have bought the blue one, the blue and gray one. So after coming together, we made a great deal. And the engine that you see there, that's out of Green Extreme. So that's sitting over there in Brent Sullivan's shop down in Tulare right now. That's what it looks like right now. And he's doing a great job. It's we're probably going to be the only one running a Chevy engine, but we're going to do all the tricks we can to make it competitive.
Very nice.
Nice.
That's exciting. That actually, I've seen that sitting there, and it's exciting to see you guys doing this. And I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. This chassis it was originally Donald Nelson's.
Correct.
I don't know if it was Twisted Whip or one of them two engines, but it was it's kind of related to our tractor.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I believe the first owner, I can't remember off the top of my head, the owner had 4 engines on it. And then the second owner, I believe, had 2. And then Preston got it. He was number 3. Brought it back from Indiana and brought it to California. And it's in great shape. It's in really good shape. We're very, very fortunate to have it.
Beautiful piece. And is it going to stay blue or is it going to become John Deere green?
Huh. No. We you can see it's ready for new decals. It's going to stay blue. It's going to be something unique out there. Yeah, it's Hyundai blue or whatever it was. Yeah, something like that.
Matthew, Austin, have you guys picked a name yet?
Not yet. We're still thinking, but probably something similar to Tearing It Up, something like Tearing It Apart, along those lines, probably.
That's pretty good.
Cool.
You gotta be careful naming it that. I feel like that could go bad.
Yeah.
Right, you got to be careful. It is true, but I like the theme.
Yeah.
I think that's really
No,
good.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Because also, if you wanted, we could name it for you. Just put that out there.
Yeah, we can make that part of the show, huh?
We could.
Yeah.
There could be a naming rights. Somebody's got a good idea. We'll watch the ticker on the bottom, see if something comes up tonight.
Yeah. There you go. So now, do you intend to run Tearing It Up and this tractor as yet to be named, or?
We at a couple of the close pulls maybe, but I think if there's certain pulls that we'll take the blue one to, and then there's certain pulls we might take the green one to, and have some fun. So
Fair enough.
Austin's the two of us here by far. Austin always has the winning touch. It seems he can always beat a couple of running. He takes an econo modified. He'll put in the modifieds. He always happens to beat somebody. I don't know how he does it. And then I get behind the wheel, and I'm just bringing up the cleanup. I'm just the cleanup driver. So I'm excited to see Austin get behind the wheel and
Definitely. And you mentioned your dad earlier, and I had a note here. I wanted to bring that up too. I love seeing your whole family involved, and your dad is always so nice and polite and kind and just friendly to talk to. And he's riding around in the your mule or whatever, and just anyways, it's just neat. Obviously, our whole family's involved, and I love seeing other families where it's a generational thing. So that's cool. Love seeing them out there.
Could I put in a nomination for the Terra riser?
Oh, there we go. All right. I'm writing it down as we speak.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh,
I did like that one.
yeah.
Liz doesn't seem to think that a blue tractor would fit in your operation, but
She seems upset.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Liz.
she'll be okay. Do you guys have any questions for Matthew or Austin? No?
Sorry, I was asking mine as we went along.
No, that's perfect. That's good.
That was a great one.
Thank you.
I'm not
Austin
good
or
at
Matthew, do
questions.
you have any questions for any of these guys? Or
Oh, I do have
any
a
of us?
question. Sorry, real quick. Matt, you said you were you're an adjunct teacher, I think, at MJC. Do you work with their club there with the pole truck?
I talk to Todd often, and over there, no, I'm not directly involved though, but support Todd in his program, and he comes by on Tuesday nights and sees me in class, and he keeps asking me, "You going to the pool? You going to the pool?" And this semester, of course, I'm like, "Oh," but he's super excited. Their truck's running good right now, and the kids are involved. I mean, gosh, he brings 15 kids, it seems, to each pool, and they're just having a blast over there, and there's more coming every year. So he's done a good job of getting that going. But yeah, no, I see Todd. We support him all the time, but yeah, I don't get too involved with that one. But I love his pool in October.
That's great. And then Austin, did you say ag science? Is that your major?
Animal science, yep.
Animal science. Okay. I don't suppose Oklahoma State has a pulling team, huh?
I've asked around and I've tried to see how to get clubs started. Not a lot of pullers specifically would go to the school, I say, and I don't believe there's an ag engineering program. Everything engineering over there is all strictly under the School of Engineering.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. Where is Oklahoma State University?
Stillwater, Oklahoma. So about an hour 15 northeast of OKC. So kind of between OKC and Tulsa.
So you're not terribly far from Wayne Purser.
Right.
Elite Trailers is in Oklahoma City, and he lives half hour, 45 minutes south, I believe.
Yes, I think right there in Norman. I think.
Norman, yes, thank you. And anyways, if you ever need to get a little pulling fix, or you want to go look at some really cool shit, go check his stuff out.
I heard I need to
Bring
go.
a big ass lunchbox though. You can bring some parts home.
We lost count of how many engines he's got on it now.
Yeah, he's gone crazy on that one. But, well, cool. Well, I would like to jump forward to our next events, if you guys don't mind. And our full schedule is coming up starting this Friday. We're looking forward to kicking our season off officially, Chowchilla Madera County Fair on Friday. Following weekend on Sunday, we're going to go up to Chico to the Silver Dollar Fair, which is pretty cool. I think when I was in high school, we pulled there. Then Friday, June 13th, Stockton Ag Fest. The following weekend, 3 days at the Alameda County Fair in Pleasanton, which is pretty exciting. We're going to follow that up on a Friday with Willits. Then we pretty much have the month of July off. But August, we're kicking up on the 2nd. We're going to go to Ukiah. We have the 23rd in Fallon. There's a pretty good chance we might have the 22nd in Gridley. I don't know if I'm excited about that or not, but my good friend Reno Rosser from Flying U Rodeo is working on getting us in there. But what the hell? It's only driving all night. We can do that. The weekend after we go to Fallon, we're going to go all the way back out to Winnemucca, Nevada. So that'll be fun. We're going to put some miles on that month. September 6th, we head up to Santa Rosa, our good friends with the West Coast Diesels. The following weekend, Saturday the 13th, we come back to Stockton. 2 weeks later, we'll go to Turlock for the Souza Memorial Truck Show. October 5th, which is pretty cool for us. First time ever, we're putting on the truck and tractor pull at the San Benito County Fair in Tres Pinos. Of course, that used to be the Ravella family putting that one on for many, many years. The following weekend, the 11th, we will be at the Modesto JC pull, like we were just talking about, with Todd and their group, and we love supporting that event. And we'll wrap it up in November on the 7th and 8th with the Golden State Invitational right here in Madera. So busy summer coming up. We are excited about it. We're starting off this weekend, obviously Chowchilla, like we talked about. Online registration is open now. We ask everybody to please go get that filled out. The first time you register for the season, all your information goes in, and then from then on, you can just click your own link and get it done at the rest of our events. I've been talking with Jason, our good friend Jason Schultz with Beer Money, who is also heavily involved with the Full Pull group, the betting and the live streaming. We're trying to work out something to where more of our events can be live streamed on Full Pull, so that's pretty exciting. But the other thing they definitely want to do is on the live betting on our events. But we have to get them the information by like the Wednesday prior to the event so that they can get everything put together. So for our 6,000 and 7,400 pound modified tractors, our Pro Mod pickups, our Limited Pro diesel pickups, and our Super Farm tractors for this coming Friday, if we can get enough guys registered by Wednesday, I will send him that list and they will have betting on those classes this Friday. So kind of exciting if we can get that to work out. So, I mean, not that I'm a betting guy, but some of you may like to partake in that.
I am.
Sure, they're not going to let you bet, Brian, if you're in the sled.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. I mean, I'd bet on our stuff. So
I was gonna say I did pretty good last time I bet on the lip, but we'll see.
Did you?
Yeah, she came from behind on one.
Yeah.
No, good thing we weren't betting in Dixon, huh? Because we'd have lost more than just the event. So,
Yeah.
Matt and Austin, how do you feel about like a prehistoric name like pterodactyl?
Oh,
You get wings for vendors.
It'd be like a monster truck with wings. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm
with some
gonna
wings.
keep thinking as we go on. I'm gonna have another suggestion on that.
Keep thinking.
Maybe not, because I think you're also drinking, so the correlation of that
No,
and
no.
these
I'll,
names.
if you want, I'll drink about it a little bit. It's okay.
It's going up,
Yeah.
Steve. Keep it up, Steve.
So
Terracuda.
It is
All right,
already good.
I'll keep thinking.
anyways, one last little bit of information. Our Pacific Power Pulling Series the point series has been going through the Max Cackle event. Still time to sign up if you would like to sign up before Friday and get your points start counting. A lot of pulling left to do. So anyways, that's that. All that information is on our website. We look forward to seeing everyone on Friday. Now we're going to try to play the marketplace game. Look at that. James is not here, but we've got this figured out so far. So this is our 30th edition. I don't know where James found this picture, but it's okay, I guess. Typically, we don't allow third place vehicles to be our photo.
Ouch.
It's all right. You can redeem yourself.
10,000, Austin. We'll give him 10,000.
And I want to thank Trevor. I'm in a new podcast studio tonight, and I am looking at numerous trophies that he's won. So, anyways, he knows I'm kidding about that. But anyhow, it's a fun little game that James has created for us. You guess the listing price. You're going to see a marketplace listing. Guess what the asking price is. It's kind of like Price is Right. Closest answer without going over wins. If you are the closest, you'll get 1 point. If you get a direct hit, you'll get 3. Matthew or Austin, if one of you wins, you'll probably get a GSI t-shirt. The rest of you probably won't. But anyways, and if you all go over, I give the points to James. So first up is a 1996 Ford 6400 Pro Stock. It's got a 510 big block Chevy on a Chevy frame. That sounds wrong. It's got 36 1450 Trex tires, drop box reverser, a 106 rear, a Dania 60 front, Yukon axle, super joint, 70 outer axles, aluminum hubs, Detroit locker up front, 6 runs on the motor last season, and they are the 2024 6,400 pound Pro Stock champion. So clean looking Ford. Kev, we're going to start off with you. What are you thinking this Ford is worth?
Boy, oh boy. It comes with a motor. I'm going to say $40,000.
40,000. Uncle Steve?
Can't. Oh, there we go. I couldn't unmute myself. I like that 40,000 bet. I'm gonna go a little higher though. I'm gonna come in at 48.
Okay, 48. Trev, what are you thinking there?
I don't know much about this. Like, I feel like these trucks are always more expensive than I think that they should be. But I'm gonna go 55,000.
Trev's at 55. Matthew, know you're more of a tractor guy, but what are you thinking about this this Ford Pro Stock truck?
It is running a Chevy in there, so that does give it some value.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair enough.
man, I'll go 52,000.
52. All right, Austin, bring us home on this one. We're pretty tight here, 40, 48, 52, 55.
I'm probably going to be right in the middle. I see Champion down there, so I'm going to expect it costs a pretty penny. So I'm going to go right in the middle at 50,000.
50,000, right down the middle. Okay.
Whoa. Hello.
Middle.
Whoa!
Austin.
Hey,
Austin
good
coming in
guess.
hot.
The hands are right here.
Very nice. And you're with your dad, so I'm pretty sure you're not cheating. So very,
that's
very
honest,
nice.
Austin. He wouldn't cheat.
Honest
Yeah, that's a
Austin,
really
very
good
nice.
name for Honest Austin.
Dave Vienendahl was right there with you at 50,000.
Dave was in there too.
Dang.
Dave, very nice. Good start there, Austin. I got to
Yeah,
tell
I'll
you.
say.
That was a hot start. That's good.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Ooh,
next
General
up,
Lee.
1969 Dodge Charger. It's a General Lee replica. It's a 318 with a mild cam, freshly rebuilt. It's got a 904 trans that's also freshly rebuilt. Less than 800 miles since all this rebuilding went on. Complete restoration about 3 years ago. It's autographed in the trunk by Bo, Luke, and Daisy.
Shut up.
We can't prove or disprove that, and it's not perfect, but it is pretty close. That'd be kind of a fun car to have.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Uncle Steve, what are you thinking for this 1969 Dodge Charger?
I mean, if it was one from the original, well, I mean, they wrecked those things a lot, but I would have put a pretty high number on it. But I feel like people who do this, they think it's worth a lot. I'm gonna come in at 69,000.
Okay.
Nice one, Steve.
All right, Trev.
Wow. I'm not gonna go that, but I'll say 40,000.
40. Matthew, did you ever have a car like this when you were younger?
No, I had a 72 El Camino with a 402 big block from a 71 Impala. That's what I had.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
So-
pretty cool.
You swapped that yourself?
No, it came from the. It was a non-opt vehicle that I purchased from someone else, and then I worked on it and I went to the wrecking yard all the time. And that's how I learned how to work on these things.
That's awesome.
So
Very nice.
yeah, I'm thinking 45,000, right? With those autographs on there, that's pretty cool. 45.
Okay. Cool. Austin?
I'm thinking nostalgic base, and like you said, a lot of the original cars are getting wrecked in that movie. I can definitely see that. I'm gonna have to go 55,000.
55. Okay. Kevo, back to you.
I think it's more. It's a real Charger, though, right? It's just a replica.
Says it is.
General Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's got to be $70,000.
God damn it, Kevin.
70.
Sorry, Steve.
That's 1,000 over your brother. So
No, he knows.
let's see here.
I'm good at math.
Oh, shit. 75.
Dang.
So, Kevo, that's 1 point for you.
Yeah.
Well
Good
done.
job, Kevin.
Well done.
I only had to go 69,001, but I went 70.
Yeah, you did. Okay, next
Whoa.
up, an 820 Chevy Hemi. That's a big son of a bitch right there.
I don't
It's a
think I knew that was
multi-event.
possible.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, it's big. It's a PPL points winner power plant. It's custom billet, 9 cam bearing, 70 millimeter cam block, new Bryant crank, billet heads, new rods, valve springs, 0 runs since freshened. That's important. And it's got a 7-stage dry sump, stainless steel headers. Wow, that's pretty cool. Trev.
I'm pretty sure this is a Hagedorn motor.
Could be.
Because this, I think James and I talked about this one, which I know.
But you guys were going to buy it?
No. I mean,
Sick.
but remember, James walked up to Hagedorn at
I remember.
and he goes, "Hey, is this a Sonny's motor?" And the wife goes, "No, this is a Hagedorn motor." And James is like, "Oh shit, I didn't know what that was." But this guy was the one that built them.
Yeah.
Right
and
on.
he
I
ended
think
up,
he won. Didn't he win both nights when we were there or no? Maybe not.
maybe
I don't know. They got some good running stuff.
Yeah. I was thinking the same as Chris Daniels. I'm gonna go 80,000.
Trev is at 80. Matthew?
For that engine? Okay.
Damn, that sounded very judgy.
I know what I got in my engine. I'm like, I don't think I'll have that much in there. But you know what? Trevor, you're inspiring me. I'll go 55.
55. Austin, what are you thinking?
Well, comparing, to our engine and 0 runs since fresh, and I think that's, like you said, that's a very important step here. Looks very, very nice, very big to me. I'm gonna have to go probably, I think a good number, 68,000.
68,000. Okay. Kevo?
What did Trevor say? Sorry.
Trevor said 80.
40,000.
Oh,
think
sorry,
Trevor-
I wrote that down wrong.
No.
I think Trevor probably knows then, because he, on account of him and James talking about it. I'll say $80,000 in one.
Okay. Steve?
I'll give you one guess what I'm guessing.
80,002.
That is exactly right.
Come on, Hagedorn. Let's go 8001.
All right. Well, let us see here. $80,000, Trevor.
Very interesting.
wait. I did not know. I do not remember the price, but look at Chris Daniels' comment. He said 80,000 also. Just saying. That's
Yeah.
what
He
I.
has access to the internet right now.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
So
not.
does
We
Trevor.
never said that we can't use
Chris
it.
will not cheat, guys. Okay. I tried last week or 2 weeks ago on their show to send them distances, and he won't cheat. Chris is just an honest guy. So,
You
anyways,
you just gave up their game. Shoot.
he's an honest guy. All right. Next up.
Nice
Well
job,
done there,
Trev.
Chris.
Nice job, Trevor.
Thanks, Chris.
Now we have a street legal boat. This is a 1981 Cadillac chassis, and no, it does not go in the water. But a boat is cooler on the street. It's a custom boat car that turns heads everywhere. It runs and drives, but he rarely drives it because obviously it gets too much attention.
That's good logic.
So I didn't know this really, but I guess this is how it's going.
Justin, that's true. That's true. We should have thought about that.
So here we have a street legal boat. Living in Escalon, I bet you see this every day, so it's no big deal. But Matthew, what are you thinking for this beautiful gem of a 1981 Cadillac chassis?
I'm interested in this. I think it's Austin's school colors, so I think he'd look good in Oklahoma driving this in Stillwater.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm going to start with the price of $1,800.
Whoa, 1,800. Okay.
It's a Cadillac.
All right.
I had to go a little
Austin, what? I mean, first of all, would you cruise this around Stillwater?
Maybe when it's raining for like 2 weeks straight, I might have to, but it doesn't drive on water at the same time. Doesn't float. But I see a motor in the back. It's got one under the hood, and I don't see a whole lot of use out of this. I'm gonna have to go probably 17.5. I think
17.
people would pay that.
Wow.
17,500.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, Kevo.
There's a big discrepancy in their two guesses.
Well, that's why I asked like I did, because but Dave Vienendahl just said 1,500.
Yeah, but Matthew was right. It's a Cadillac. But Austin was right. It's a boat. 9,000. I'm going to go right between them.
Yes, you did. Uncle Steve?
I mean, this is pretty phenomenal. I like the fact that they went so far as to put an Evinrude on the back. Like, this is amazing.
I don't see
think
why they
it's-
can't put it in the water.
I'm pretty sure it's not watertight. I 6,900, obviously.
6,900. Yeah, clear.
Solid
That was for
guess.
you, Kevin. That was
Thank
for
you,
you,
Steve.
Kevin. I'm
That's
surprised
two.
you didn't do it yourself, but I know.
Well,
But
All right, Trev.
it's like
Can you
you're
see
slipping.
yourself driving this thing around San Luis?
100%. Yeah. Might need
You also
paint.
bought a minivan though, so
Yeah. No, maybe that's the future of the minivan.
oh shit,
Boat.
minivan boat. Yeah.
A submarine, mini
Or
submarine.
just sink it in the ocean and forget about it.
That could be it too. Yeah, we could find out if it goes in water.
All right. Well, what are you thinking? Give us a number here.
Man, I don't know. I feel like it could go either way. I'll go. What was the low guess?
The low guess is 1,800. The high guess is 17,500.
They're both good guesses.
Say
$2
again,
grand.
Trev. $2,000. Okay. Let's see what this person thinks this thing's worth. 85 hundo.
Oh,
Oh no!
Uncle Steve.
Well,
Steve's
it's not
got one.
All right.
Austin, this guy wants to talk to you though after this TV show. Yeah.
I figured someone would pay for that, not me though.
Yeah. This is the Christopher Hammond's the photographer that took some badass pictures. Says they'd pay $5 to $8K for that back in Florida.
He's right.
Yeah. So, all right. Next item up. Now we have a houseboat. So I think James is giving us a theme here. It's a beautiful 10-foot by 20-foot houseboat built 5 years ago. It's absolutely gorgeous. Has AC and heater, has a bathroom, refrigerator, microwave, coffee maker, couch, kitchen table, kitchen sink, propane stovetop, 2.5-gallon water heater, and much more. It has everything you need to call it a house, right? When the docks got destroyed, it messed up the motor, so we purchased another one with low hours. It's ready to go. It just hasn't been installed. Give you the motor with the purchase. Comes with 4 brand new batteries, generator, 2 solar panels. Dock fees are about $1,900 a year. If you're ready to enjoy the lake life, fishing, hanging out with friends, hit them up. It's definitely a vibe. Looks like a vibe. Gourmet kitchen. I mean, this thing's cherry. So, Austin, we're going to start off with you this time.
Not too well versed in the houseboat industry.
Have you ever bought a house?
Not personally, no.
Have you bought a boat?
Nope.
You can get into both markets right here.
Okay.
Yeah, one shot, dude.
That's actually a really good point.
Thinking a house that floats. I'm gonna have to say it's got to be a lot.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna say if this might be way off, but straight 100,000.
100. Okay.
It's a good, because you get both. You get the house and the boat.
And a motor.
That's true.
You get deck on top too.
Yeah, looks kind of like an easy up type thing up there. I don't know.
Is
Anyways,
anyone,
Kevin.
is anyone concerned with how docks getting destroyed could mess up the existing motor? Like, does that make sense?
It'll probably hit the motor. You know, the
Probably
dock, it
backed
probably
into
flew
it.
out.
He was trying to dock it, and he was drunk, and he smashed it.
Oh, he messed up the dock
Mm-mm.
with the
Oh,
motor.
I guess, but like that's a really weird way to describe what happened. But that very well
It's a-
could have happened.
There's a Facebook Marketplace ad. They're all lying anyways.
Well, the
Russian
details are
living.
sometimes fuzzy. But I will say, I was going to say $25,000. On account it's a
25.
single wide. It's not a real big one.
It is a single wide. You're right. You're right. Uncle Steve.
I've never even been on a houseboat.
You're missing out, dude.
$33,333.
Ah, dude, good guess.
Shit. A lot of threes.
Thank you.
Trev, what are you thinking?
I'm with Kev. It looks like a single wide to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 10 feet. He told you. It's definitely single wide.
Yeah, it's true.
Still.
It,
I think
it
we'd
looks
pay
like
more
they
for a double.
took a tiny home and just put it on top of floats.
They might have
I have.
on a pontoon boat. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 35,000.
Okay. All right, Matthew, it comes down to you and this beautiful houseboat. Do you have a boat?
We do not. No. No.
You don't have time for that. You got pulling tractors.
Yeah.
You do have a house, though, right?
I do. I do.
Okay.
A little bigger than that, but
Yeah.
it's
You can put this in the backyard and call it the cabin or something.
we've got something about that size like that in the backyard. Yes.
Does it float? Does it float though?
It's
Matt?
next to the pond, so it's close. Yes.
Oh shit! You have a pond?
Yes. Yeah. Come on one day.
Oh,
And you don't have a houseboat? Come on.
come on, Matthew. This needs to go to Escalon.
Yet he doesn't have a houseboat yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
All right,
man.
Matthew. What do you think?
I'm gonna say 55.
That's a good guess.
1,000 or 100?
55,000. I apologize.
Okay.
55,000. Yep.
Okay.
A lot of good things in there.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what this person thinks it's worth. 30,000.
yes.
Oh shit.
Dang.
Oh no.
Kev,
Yeah.
you get 1 point.
Oh, I thought Trevor said 30,000.
I was
No,
35.
he said 35.
35. Steve was
Ooh.
33. 333. You were 25.
Kev's back in it, baby. Let's go.
Kev is back in it. I think we're going into our final round here, and
Uh-oh.
just to give you an update on the scoreboard, Steve has 1 point. Kev, you have 2.
Okay.
Trev and Austin, you both have 3, and
Ooh.
Matthew, you're like I normally am. You have 0 points, but that's okay, because as we remember, the last item, we guessed the price, but we also try to guess the location. So
Yep.
there's a lot of points available in this last round because the location, creativity, and whatnot comes into play. It's also completely subjective. So let's see what we have here.
Oh,
A bidet toilet.
a bidet toilet.
Yeah, I was gonna read that as a Biden toilet, but I didn't think that'd be funny. So,
That's a bidet.
anyways, it's a bidet toilet. It's new. It has never been used.
Come on.
This is the problem with marketplace ads. Sometimes they don't have a lot of information. I mean, it has a remote. It has wheels, but I bet that's a moving dolly. It looks like they're using it as like a makeup stool there. See, it's in front of a little hutch thing there in the middle picture.
She may be using it as a toilet.
Thing.
Still.
Multi-purpose. So I think it's back to you, Kev. You're gonna lead us off here.
And this is the location one as well?
Yeah.
There are no indicators here. Okay. But
No, nothing.
I wish I knew what these toilets were worth.
That's part of the fun of the game, Kev.
And I wish I knew where they were super popular. But I don't. So I'm going to say $150. And do I say the location now or is that later?
No, let's wait. We'll come back to you.
Okay.
So, okay, Steve,
1,200.
1,200.
Yes.
Okay. Whoops. Trev,
I'm gonna say $500.
500. Matthew, first of all, do you have one of these?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, you've got a house and you've got almost a houseboat in the backyard and a pond that you're going to get a houseboat for. So I was just wondering. I thought you might have one, but
No. We just run through the sprinklers.
God.
So we're just doing price right now.
Yeah.
Just the price.
I mean, look, there's a lot of buttons to push on there, so I'm thinking, it's worth a little more. I'm gonna go 2,300.
Damn,
Ooh,
you're right.
shit.
There's a lot of buttons.
300. All right.
$100 per button.
That's a funny comment.
I think Chris might win the comment here.
I think so.
Austin, you've been away at college for a year. You have any experience with a bidet toilet or?
No, not that I can say. I'm gonna have to, if I had to guess, I mean, I don't really think its job of what it's doing is that important compared to what we do. So I'm gonna go ahead and say 450.
$450. Okay. So while we're with you, Austin, we're just going to go back up the list and tell me where you think it is and be creative here. Like, I want
Does
some
it have to be in
creativity.
country, or can it be anywhere in the world, or is it just it's
You anywhere,
In
let's
the
say,
world,
let's say
wow.
Earth. Let's say anywhere on Earth. I want some creativity on this one.
if it's Earth? I'm gonna have to say Japan or somewhere in Asia. Go Japan.
Okay. Japan. Okay.
That was
This
good,
is
I was thinking that.
multinational. That's a good idea.
Matthew? And I mean, you guys can be as specific as you want. Like,
Well, when I first, I'm going to go with my gut instinct, and the snowbirds go to Arizona all the time, and they're kind of older, and sometimes they need help. So I'm going to go Phoenix, Arizona.
okay.
Wow. Good guess.
Trev?
We got a lot to go off of here. The person is wearing sandals in that picture right there. That
Ooh,
could be
you
indicator.
detective.
Good call.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. The other, yeah. I'm gonna go Colorado.
Colorado. Okay.
Maybe
Steve-O, what do you think?
Well, I think the brand name was Ove, which in a lot of languages, like French, or similar, means egg, right? It makes me think it's French, and that makes me think it's Canadian. And I'm gonna go somewhere in like very close to Canada. I'm gonna go
Idaho.
Michigan, but that was a good guess, Kevin.
Thanks.
You're in Michigan?
All of it.
All of Michigan. All right, Kev.
Yeah. Well, like John was saying, it might be high. I was thinking it was stolen, and it
You
might
think
be in
someone stole a
Compton.
shitter?
Well,
fancy shitter.
you wouldn't steal a normal one, but this one you probably would.
Yeah.
But it's either in California or Nevada. Yep. West
You're
Coast.
taking California and Nevada?
Yeah, the whole states, both of them.
Okay.
Lock it in.
California and locked it in. Okay, well, this is pretty cool because the price is $900, which
Dang.
appears to go to Trevor at $500.
Nice, Trev.
Good.
Trev, you get 1 point. And we have no idea where it was. I just wanted to see you guys get creative and see where you would think someone would list a fancy shitter for sale on Marketplace.
Well, Japan was probably the most creative.
I think Japan, but I like the reasoning of the snowbirds going to Phoenix, and the French being near Canada but going with Michigan. So,
But I picked two states though. That was creative.
that was actually kind of weak, Kev. I wanted like a specific town, like Chris
Add
Davis.
Arizona. Add Arizona to it.
No,
Arizona
it's
was
like
taken.
3.
Gerlach, Nevada for Burning Man. Now, I mean, that was pretty specific and creative. Like, Chris deserves a point for that. So,
I
anyways,
said 3 states.
So there are no bonus points to be given. I just
That's very
wanted
sad.
to. I just wanted to see your creativity. I thought that was pretty cool. Hey, James makes shit up as he goes. He's not here, so who's gonna make?
Oh, it's true. You have every right to do that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Just saying.
So,
Interesting.
just to recap, Austin, Matthew, thank you guys for being here. Congratulations on your new project. I know I am very excited to see you guys get that out whenever it happens. If it debuts at an MLM event, that would be fantastic. There's a couple pretty big ones coming up. I don't know if you want to go ahead and print this list off. Just pick any of them. Come on out. We'd love to have you. Before you come to an event, please go online to our website, hit the register button, as you have done with tearing it up many a time.
Yep.
And if you perhaps wanted to come to Chowchilla this weekend, if you had any tractors running, you would go to our website, hit the register now. It works really good. I did it today twice. So if I can do it, you can do it. This weekend, Friday night, Chowchilla, Madera County Fair in Chowchilla. We're looking forward to being there. Showtime 7 p.m. Also, Wednesday nights, every other Wednesday, this happens to be the Every, is the West Coast Pullers with our good friends John, Chris, and Jason. And I understand that Kevin and I will be their guests this week. So we're excited to join them and talk about pulling. Wednesday night, 6 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube, I'm sure. So anyways, I want to thank you, Austin and Matthew, for joining us. Steve, Kev, Trev, thank you guys. Thanks to James for putting this together for us. You guys have any parting words or anything to add?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we enjoy the Massetti family pulls, and it is family, so we really appreciate it, and we love bringing our family to be with yours. So thank you so much.
That's what makes it fun. So we appreciate you guys being there.
Thank you,
Looking forward
guys.
to seeing you out there again soon. So terrific. Well, we will see everyone hopefully Friday night. And I think that's, unless anybody has anything else, we'll call it a night. No?
Good job,
Good night.
guys.
Hey,
Nice
All right.
seeing you
Good
guys.
night, everybody.
Austin, Matt.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
thank you.
Hey.